Hey Kim, it's Friday, May 26th. I'm doing a Friday backyard video of the garden. I wasn't gonna do it because, as you can see, it's not quite 6 o'clock, but it's already shady in this part of the yard. It's sunny over there partly because of this giant fence. But I was just looking here. The reason I decided I had to do a video is because I was just looking here, and let's see if I can look at that. You know what that is there? Can you see him? That is, oh my gosh, come on. That, oh, he's not focused on the right thing. Okay, well anyway, that little blob there, that's a black swallowtail caterpillar. The first one I found, so I planted this golden Alexander last year. And I planted it because not only is it native, but it's a host plant for black swallowtails. You know, there's a lot of black swallowtails around, and I'm like, what, they'd have to have a host plant that's native. Dill and parsley are what like people buy to feed them when they bring them inside. But I was like, there's got to be a host plant. So anyway, there it is, my first successful wildlife ecosystem use of my golden Alexander. Anyway, it's going to be a big weekend. I'm going to be getting all of the plants in, and the yard's going to look a bit different. So I'm going to do a quick tour. Let's see, what is new and interesting? That's our blue stem goldenrod there. The wild blue indigo, which is this plant here, which is in the pea family. This is doing really well. I got it 2 years ago as a little plug. I'm hoping it will flower this year. You can see the strawberries are big and healthy. The geraniums are just finally, the flowers are dying back. This is the Ohio Spiderwort. You can see here, it is going to be blooming. I'm sure this weekend it'll be fairly, there'll be lots of blooms. That was the first bloom, but you know, in the evening they seem to close. They're open in the morning. Let's see what else. We've got a lot of the yellow coneflower here. What I did do is on last weekend at the Chicago Audubon plant sale, I bought a few things. And so this is 2 butterfly weed plants. A lot of natives have the word weed in them. They just don't have good marketing. Those will be in a couple years. Still fairly short, like maybe this high, and bursting with orange flowers. Let's see. We've got, this is brown-eyed Susan here that's popped up a lot in a lot of places. It's looking a little funny. It's got some, I don't know what's going on with its leaves. But I really thinned out the bee balm because the bee balm was just covering the whole yard. You can see the asters back there, the New England Asters. I'll cut them back this weekend as one of their first cutbacks, so they're not 9 feet tall in September when they bloom. We've got another Ohio Spiderwort plant here. We have all the violets, a lot of violets here. You can see the little purple violet down there. What did I want to show you? There's some hiding in here. Oh, there's actually lots of purple coneflower that seeded itself. Here's one. It's funny because there's a lot of purple coneflower popping up in places I didn't plant it. That's one of the things that happens when you don't deadhead or cut off the seeds. I leave them up for the animals, but then they like to see themselves, which isn't a bad thing. This is what I want to show you. Here's a petunia. I don't know if it's a wild petunia or a smooth petunia. And this, where's it? And this right here is, this one right here is mountain mint. There's a couple plants that have survived from the last Audubon sale that I got plants from. There's more. This was an original transplant of purple coneflower, Echinacea purpurea. This is my smooth blue aster. And these are my white phlox. There's, you can see the rhubarb's doing well. I'll probably make a pie this weekend. The chives, of course, are doing great. Let's check this out here. Let's see. Let's find a nice one for you. Look at under here. you can see the gooseberries. And then I don't know what this one is. I'm just leaving it waiting. I've asked people, they don't know either. But here's another one I just planted. This is 8 cardinal flowers, really good for hummingbirds. And these are my, well, this bed isn't empty. This bed has the scallions that I planted previous years. And then a few weeks ago I planted this lettuce. I guess I let a little too many seeds fall because that's a lot of lettuce. Those are my empty beds where tomatoes will go this weekend. This one is where cucumbers will go. I actually had to, so all along here, I had planted peas and beans and they got dug up. So I just planted some inside to germinate inside, and then hopefully I can make them last outside. Now this, let's see, this will be tricky. So back there are the purple pole beans, which I had never bought before. This is my first year with them. Next to them there, that's arugula. But then, I don't even know. Okay, so here's one you'll be able to see. There's my carrots. I've got at least 18 of these in here, but it's hard. There you can kind of see little greens in there. But you know, I have to have this. These, it's not only the squirrels, but the robins are digging in here because I leave the leaves in here and, you know, over winter. And so there's a lot of good ecosystem stuff going on in there. Now, over here, just wanted to show you with my raspberries, you see here the little flower buds. So that'll be some point in June. We'll be getting raspberries. And then over here, I tried transplanting some milkweed, common milkweed that was growing in the middle of the grass. I don't know why the milkweed's doing that to me. I'm not really finding the common. Okay. So we're in the front yard now. Just had to say hi to the neighbor for a minute. You see the clematis, the Clematis virginiana, climbing up here. This is my little front garden, front native garden. So here's a Joe Pye weed. That's always a good plant. Always got lots of pollinators and it gets really big. Some more common violets. Here we have prairie violets. These I also bought. Got 3 of these from the Chicago Audubon sale. Here's my Penstemon digitalis that has spread around. Here's a nice tall one that's gonna flower. And then here's some shorter ones here. And around this is wood phlox. Oh, look, there's a Joe Pye weed in there. I'm gonna have to pull him. Here is another a bee balm species. It's actually Monarda is the is the species that bee balm is in. This is spotted bee balm, and I've got some here, and I've got some there that I just bought at the sale as well. Here is the wild petunia. The other one might be smooth petunia because I think they were opposite. These are the lilies that I bought last year at the sale. Don't know if those will flower. This, I don't know what it is. It's another kind of phlox. Let's see. Here's the American germander. And I don't know if there's anything else up in here, but it is looking a little fuller, a little better. Okay, so I just had to make a quick addition to the video because as I was bopping around in here, I found this plant, whoops, right here. This is my swamp milkweed. So, I did find a milkweed in the native bed here. I don't know why that's it, but I think that leaves me at about 36 or 37 native plants. That doesn't include the trees. Basically, the plants that I've planted since we've lived here since September of 2018. Yeah, so